Hello, everybody out there at MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. I'm Jim Powers, the voice of the Saints. Glad to have you with us as we catch up with all of our coaches here during the fall sports seasons on Mondays. And joining us now is the head women's soccer coach here, Eric Delabar. And, Coach, what a great weekend. I mean, it finally all started to come together. 7 goals on the weekend, 4-1 victory on Friday, 3-1 yesterday. You had to really like what you saw out of the kids this weekend.
Oh, it was. I definitely liked it. It was very rewarding. It's been a long season, and to score 7 goals, and we scored 3 goals in 20 minutes on Friday, and we looked at each other, coaches, and said, Where's this been? So it was good. It was very exciting for the girls. It's very rewarding. It's a lot of hard work that we put in, and it kind of came to fruition this weekend. And it was a great weekend against a couple of good teams, and it's family weekend. We had some nice crowds out, so it was a fun weekend.
You know, and you got some scoring from some young ladies that have scored this year, but also a couple that finally started to get some good looks and finally knocked some shots into the back of the net.
Yeah, we are a young team, and some of our young forwards scored a few goals, and the combination play was very good on Friday as well as on Sunday. And then on Sunday we had a couple girls that hadn't scored a goal all year, and 3 of them came through, and it was exciting. It was exciting. It's just everybody is contributing, everybody is helping out, and when that happens, good things usually take place, and it was it was a couple of great wins.
Talk a little bit about too. You started Allie in goal on Friday. She did a great job, and then came back with Mandy on Sunday. Really some great job defensively, but also the goalkeepers really did their job as well.
Yeah, the goalkeepers did a very nice job this weekend. Allie is young. She's this is her 3rd or 4th start, and she did a very good job. She's very composed. She communicates well. She directed the defense, and then Mandy's got a lot of experience, and it was senior day, and it was I just thought toward the end of the year here we'd just give them each a game here and kind of see what happens, and it worked.
The great thing that impressed me, especially with Allie being a freshman, was she took some shots towards the end of that game. Not, just some physical shots that was being thrown at her by Southern Indiana, and she just bounced right back up and took them.
Yeah, she did. Southern Indiana is a very physical, very tough team, a team who's going to make you work for what you get. And they hit her a couple times, and it was good. She responded well, held on to the ball, and just kept on playing, which is what she should do.
And another player that really had a standout weekend was just named the GLVC Player of the Week, Sam Cruzy, and she just had a phenomenal weekend.
Yeah, Sam's a senior from Waterloo, Illinois, who is kind of an unsung hero for the last 4 years for us. She broke her ankle a couple years ago and sat out a year, and she's been really one of the steadier defenders we've had here at Maryville, and just kind of quiet and unassuming, and but does her job. Very hard to beat. Does a very good job of crossing the ball. She does some outstanding work on the wings, going forward from her fullback position, and she had a couple nice crosses on free kicks and then run a play, and got herself, I think, 3 assists for the weekend and a goal on a free kick, which was a rocket over the goalie's head. So it was nice. It was very nice to see.
Talk a little bit about the other seniors. Obviously, they played their next to last home game yesterday against a very talented Illinois Springfield team. But talk about them and talk about how they're going to be missed with the program.
Yeah, I mean, this is the soccer is why we're here, but this is a family, and I think it's about developing relationships. And we had 6 seniors who have done an outstanding job. Mandy in goal, Alex Reese in the back, Callie Anderson, who played about 15 minutes and hasn't played much this year because she's going to have some surgery after the season. Sam Cruzy did a great job. She was again the Player of the Week. Rennie Stone does a great job coming off the bench for us, and those seniors do and Mandy Rude in the midfield. I mean, how could I forget Mandy Rude? She's been a stalwart in the midfield and a real leader and a captain for the last 2 years, and it's one of those things where they will definitely be missed when you get to know each other and you go through what we've gone through, not just this year but for 4 years with a group of people. You really get to know them, and it is like a family, and it's kind of a sad thing. It's kind of exciting to see them move on and enter into the next stage of their life. But it's been very rewarding to be able to work with those girls.
Talk about this coming weekend, trip down to Bellarmine, then come home and go over to McKendree. Couple games that could really help end of the season, keep the momentum going.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just something we have to do. We have to just keep going, and we found it, if you will, over the weekend, and we just got to keep going, and we got to do the things that have made us successful all year, and now take the like we did over this weekend, and take it a step further and score some goals and limit the other team's opportunities. But Bellarmine's always tough. We played them last year, 1-0 game, and McKendree's always tough as well. I think we played them twice because of rain out. It was 0-0, and the game got canceled, and we played them another game. It was an overtime game, and ended up 0-0. So it'll be a couple tough ways to kind of end the season, and we finish up with UMSL on Wednesday, which is always a tough game. So there are no easy games, and that's what's so nice about this conference. It's so nice about being in Division II and to being a part of the Great Lakes Valley Conference. It's exciting, it's awesome, and there's never a dull moment every time you step on the field.
Outstanding, Eric. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Coach Eric Delabar, the women's soccer coach here at Maryville. Another great weekend coming up. The teams hit the road, go down to Bellarmine, and then over to McKendree, and then we will finish up the home schedule here on Saints Vision next Wednesday with the women kicking off at 12:30 in the afternoon. For Coach Delabar, I'm Jim Powers, the voice of the Saints. Glad to have you with us on MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week, and as always, go Saints.